Join the team.
Hey team, it's the McGuire Review, and now we are taking a look at the infamous Swapm Gas Balloon. This is a premium miniature from the Wild Beyond The Witchlight series that Wizkids has recently just released. This is a very, very cool set with some very unique things. If you haven't seen the unboxing of some of the figures as well as some of the sets, we have recently just done a video on that as well. If you want to check those out, you can find them on the channel, releasing right around the same time as this video here on the old Swamp. What a name, the Swapm Gas Balloon. All right, let's get this out of the pack. There is a little piece of tape that's here, and that just cracks right open. We'll keep this packaging. We'll set this to the side. All right, let's get the hair out of the way. Let's get in deep. All right, so looks like we got one piece here for the sculpt. Got a nice base there. When I first saw this, I thought, you know what? It's a little thin right here, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. I mean, I'm wiggling that pretty good. It is definitely a top-heavy piece, but you can see it won't just like, I was afraid that this would just like, boop, and tip over. You got to kind of hit it pretty good to get it that way. I mean, bumping it there, it's not really falling over. It is a top-heavy piece, though, definitely. And I love the design. It is a very simple design. I mean, it's essentially just like a hot air balloon, but in this case, a hot swamp gas air balloon. And I just feel like it makes a perfect addition to the set that they released. They have a carnival set. We've done a video on that already, and you can just kind of see the balloon there with the carnival set. The only other thing that I think would really bring this to life, really bring this home, is if they did, and it wouldn't even have to be a specifically themed Witchlight set, although it would be cool if it was, to see them do kind of a carnival set where like you actually have like some tents and a little they've got various pieces they've released over the years that you can use if you have them all to kind of put it together to sort of create somewhat of a little carnival type environment with some tents and different things. You could get away with it if you have some of their prior sets. But how cool would it be if they also made a set where you've got some carnival tents and some different things? I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. And they wouldn't, again, something maybe even for the future, they don't even need to theme it around this if they're done with all the sculpts that are within this particular set. They could always release just kind of a generic carnival themed set that I think would just be phenomenal with this. But having the balloon, having that carnival miniature set will really add a lot to, I think, your campaign and the table presence if you are specifically playing Witchlight, which I would recommend because it's a super, super cool new adventure and campaign. So this one, I really do like it. It's got some good sculpting around. They did a really nice job with the wicker kind of basket side of this. I like all of the individual little string sculpting, and this is kind of a rubbery, flexible material that you've got here. The balloon is definitely that's a thicker, harder material that they have, and then the basket is thicker and harder as well. It's not really flexing at all as I'm pushing on it. Okay, so let's grab some of our test bards we've got here and put those right in the little basket. So you'll see it's kind of designed where there's a spot kind of on each side where a miniature will perfectly fit through. So you don't have to worry about trying to bend these or move these to get the miniature in there. And you can see sitting in the basket there just what that looks like. And I'll leave those in there for the side-by-side. You've been seeing the side-by-side miniature cams. You can kind of see how they scale up inside of that balloon as well. It is good size, and it does scale properly, actually, for the size of the miniatures and the size of this, which is another thing that I was kind of interested in when I first saw it in the box, is how would the scaling actually work when it's on the table with the miniatures. And I'm pleased to see that it works very, very well. You'll also notice that the inside of this basket is very highly sculpted as well. And that's it. There is no pieces that come off of it. There's no, movable parts on this particular model. It is a static model, but I think highly usable. So that is the Wizkids Swapm Gas Balloon. Check out the other video for a lot of the new miniatures in this set and the various different sets that you can get for this new adventure. So hit that like, click the subscribe button to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review. See you next time.